I am your kid critic, Jack Mooney, and welcome to the Jack Mooney Show. And today, I am giving my exclusive look at the new King Arthur movie directed by Guy Ritchie. So, on Thursday, AMC Theaters and Warner Brothers gave me an exclusive look at the King Arthur Legend of the Sword movie in something called AMC Be a King for a Day. It was shown in 200 cities, and it's basically giving people an exclusive look to see who can get in to see the movie, to see this film and hopefully spread word of mouth. And sadly, after seeing it, I don't think this is going to be a big box office hit because it seems that it's not made for some people, and I'll explain that later on. But when I first walk in, these representatives give me this King Arthur hat, which was cool, and they also gave me this poster. You can turn it around. It kind of looks like a king card from, a deck of cards. But, yeah, so then after they give me the hat and the poster, I sit down, and then this representative comes out, and he says that they're excited for me to be there and that Warner Brothers wants me to spread the word about the movie. And I'm not spreading the word on how they would hope because the movie's just okay. So when the light goes down and the movie starts, it starts with that big battle from the trailers, with the elephants. It's kind of like Game of Thronesy, The Hobbit-y, Lord of the Rings. And I had no idea what was going on. I was lost. I was confused. I was like, what's the point? What's going on? They do explain it later on in the movie in flashbacks and these explanation scenes, but the beginning is messy. It's all over the place, and you will have no idea what's going on. Not until when they start showing Arthur himself, when he pulls the sword out and his kind of rags to riches story, that's when I start to really make sense of the movie. And like I said before, the movie is just okay. It's not going to be for some people because Guy Ritchie has a certain style of filming, the quick cinematography and quick editing. And that kind of makes it confusing and hard to follow at times. Other than that, the movie is a little bit lazy. They do these things where, there's these pauses between action scenes, and what they decide to do is just blast music and just show this, timeline of it getting closer and closer to something that's going to happen. And it's just lazy. It may look cool, but it's not necessarily the best option for the best quality of movie. The action is really cool. The scene that they showed in the trailers of them running through the streets of the city, that's probably the best scene in the movie. It's cool to look at, it's epic, and cinematography and editing, because I really like Guy Ritchie's style. It's of filming. It's just a really cool scene. Other than that, the acting is pretty good. It's funny. I was not expecting for this to have some comedy in it. It's kind of like, like making fun of each other, kind of like British humor. But it really worked. But other than that, the movie just kind of does fall flat. Like I said before, it's lazy. There's some mistakes they make in it, and there are some laughable moments. There's these scenes where Jude Law's character goes to these sirens. I'm not going to tell you why he goes. But, and there's just this one lady who looks like Ursula, and it's just really funny. I mean, I'm not a huge fan of Lord of the Rings. So these are some of the aspects where you may be a fan of that, the fantasy world, and I'm not. So there's just some laughable moments. And there's just, I think there may have been some reshoots because there's some scenes that just don't really make sense and add up, and it just shows that they may have been on they might have been on a tight schedule to get things quickly done. The CGI is awful. It stinks. There's these snakes and birds in them, and they just look like a video game. I mean, a lot of the action scenes do look like video games. I think they still look pretty cool and epic, but it just looked really fake. The ending's really anticlimactic. I was thinking that there was going to be a big end battle, and there wasn't. The big battle is the first scene in the movie. But, when I walked out, I was like, what do I give this movie? B-, C+, B. And I think I'm going to give it a B-, because there's definitely more good than bad, I think. But there is a lot of issues with this movie. If you're going in to see a perfect movie, you're going to be really disappointed. I just say go in and know there's going to be issues, but there's a lot of good there too. Like, this could have been a really good movie. There was a lot of potential here, but it just does fall flat a little bit. It's not bad. Don't think that, but it's just fine. So I'm going to give it a B minus. I do recommend you seeing it. I may go see it again to see it from a different perspective, but, you know, other than that, the screening was really cool. I'm going to try to get into more of these, yeah, it was just an okay movie, and I give King Arthur, Legend of the Sword a B minus. I'm your kid critic, Jack Mooney, and have a great day.